Hi, this is Liz Lord with Compass. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a critical element of purchasing a condominium or a townhome, either subject to a condominium association or a homeowners association. Here in Northern Virginia, if you're purchasing either type of property, you have the opportunity to receive, as part of your transaction, the condominium association documents or the homeowners association documents. Those will be provided to you by your seller, and you'll have a period of days in which to review those documents and decide whether you want to go forward with the purchase or void your contract without penalty. So, before I get into some of the nitty gritty about what you want to look for in reviewing those documents, I wanted to talk briefly about the distinction between a condominium association and a homeowners association. Both have governing documents that dictate how those associations will operate, but key differences are that typically in a condominium association, a lot of your common elements are going to be covered under your condominium fee, meaning your roof, the elevator, windows, balcony maintenance. Different than a homeowners association, which is typically overseeing townhomes, where you as an owner are going to be responsible for the maintenance and replacement of your roof, the maintenance and replacement of your windows. You really do take on a higher level of responsibility. And for that reason, homeowners association monthly fees or quarterly fees are typically much lower than condominium association fees. So let's talk a little bit about when you receive that package of documents, which is called a resale disclosure. That's the technical term. The resale disclosure contains up to 1,000 pages of documents. And within that grouping of documents are going to be key documents that you're going to want to review and scrutinize closely as part of your consideration of whether you want to buy that property. The most important document in either context is what's called the resale certificate. It's in that document you're going to have confirmation of the monthly fee or the quarterly fee. You're going to find out if the association has any pending lawsuits. You're also going to find out if that property has any violations of the association. So that's a very important document. Debatable what the next most important document is, but I would say it's probably the rules and regulations document, also sometimes known as the covenants, conditions, and restrictions document. In there, you'll find out what the restrictions are around rentals. Does the association prevent short term rentals? Do they have the right to review your lease? Anything to do with rules that you have to abide by as an owner. That also relates to whether you have to cover your floors with 80% carpeting. Are you prohibited from storing bikes on your balcony? Very important that you understand what the rules and regulations are that apply to you. Probably the next most important document are the includes the board meeting minutes. That's where you'll find out what's really going on in the association. You kind of get under the hood of the condo building or the townhouse complex, understand what are the prospective costs facing owners, what are some of the challenges in homeownership, and it'll give you a sense of how well is this association managed by the board of volunteer owners. In addition to that package, you're going to find bylaws. That's the document that sort of details what the governing structure is of the association. You'll often find a reserve study. You'll find the budget. When you're looking at condominiums, particularly, you want to be fairly leery of any special assessments or at least understand those so that you don't enter into condo ownership facing a significant financial burden. So I know I've lumped in a lot in this conversation, but please be in touch if you have questions. I'm happy to answer anything that comes to mind when it comes to purchasing a condo or a townhouse. Thanks so much.